Folks, before you even start today's video, pause it and go over to shopwcbs.com and get yourself a world-class Bullshitters t-shirt. We just launched, we have some awesome designs, and we're going to be adding more monthly. We're going to treat the store as a reflection of the channel. We have a great joke on a show, we're going to put it on a shirt. We're also going to make it very interactive. If you buy our beer glass and drink with us, you'll get a shout out. It'll be like drinking with us virtually. So folks, go over to shopwcbs.com, support independent entertainment because the real world entertainment sucks. And now it's time for the video.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
As Marvel films continue to dominate the box office, prolific filmmakers continue to speak out against the success because they claim it damages cinema. Well, today a man accused of doing the exact same thing is weighing in on a topic Hollywood can't stop talking about. Have you ever seen a commercial for one of those end-of-the-world movies that look like the other end-of-the-world movie you've already seen? Well, that's because they're made by the same guy. Acclaimed director Roland Emmerich, the guy who's made a couple of great movies and a bunch of other shit like 2012, is back. And what better way to promote your new film about the end of the world than shitting on movies that are about the end of the world? ID4 creator says Marvel, DC, and Star Wars films are ruining the movie industry. Well, he's not wrong about the Star Wars part. Independence Day director Roland Emmerich recently claimed that the success of major film franchises such as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, DCEU, and Star Wars have ruined the film industry. In an interview with Den of Geek, Emmerich commented that disaster movies have changed since the advent of large event films based on comic book properties. Reflecting on the state of the film industry, the director said, "Naturally, Marvel and DC Comics and Star Wars have pretty much taken over. It's ruining our industry, a little bit because nobody does anything original anymore." Emmerich has previously spoken out about his disregard for blockbuster films, noting that he occasionally watched Marvel films to fall asleep on long-distance flights. Emmerich continued on to say that his general ambivalence to superhero films may be due to his German heritage. According to the filmmaker, the idea of superheroes only took root in Germany well after he had grown out of the target audience. This isn't the first time Emmerich has expressed his disdain for superhero movies. The director has previously said that he doesn't understand characters that wear colorful outfits and take to the skies. "When you look at my movies, it's always the regular Joe Schmo that's the unlikely hero," said Emmerich. "A lot of Marvel movies, they show people in funny suits running around. I don't like people in capes. I find it silly when someone dons a superhero suit and flies. I don't understand it." Well, isn't that rich coming from a guy who made shitty movie after shitty movie, but, well, he's made some good ones too. Look, Roland Emmerich isn't making high art. He never really has. 2012? That movie really sucked, but I'm not going to let it go. 2012 isn't even as good as The Eternal. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go there. If anything, I find it ironic. This is the equivalent of Michael Bay taking a dump on Marvel. Can you imagine that? Michael Bay takes shot at Marvel. Dude, you fucked up both the Transformers and Ninja Turtles. You have no room to talk. Same for Roland Emmerich. The Day After Tomorrow, 2012, all of his disaster porn, shit. I'm trying to reserve myself and give Roland Emmerich some respect because he's made some damn good movies. Godzilla was not one of them.
That's a lot of fish.
Independence Day, Stargate, Universal Soldier, The Patriot, those were all great. I'll stand by the G-word, but by that same metric, Roland Emmerich hasn't made anything great in a long time. What I'm getting at is, take potshots at Marvel. They do deserve criticism. But if you aren't making better movies, shut up. The MCU started in 2008, and since then, Roland Emmerich has made forgettable film after forgettable film. If this was the early 90s Roland Emmerich, I'd listen. I do find it interesting that more and more directors are speaking out against Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and the general state of the film industry. It's a sliding scale of quality with these directors. We started with Scorsese, and now we're at Roland Emmerich. Once the checks run out, I'm sure Kevin Smith will be bitching about them too. Oh, that Schuler Bob. Gotta love him. Shilling ain't easy. Roland's got a movie that's about to drop, and he's looking for all the free press he can get, so folks, run out and see Moonfall, the movie that's about a mysterious force knocking the moon out of orbit, sending it towards Earth. The plot sounds ridiculous, but I'm sure it'll be better than the Eternals. But I do have to say, Roland Emmerich, of all people, is making one interesting point. These big-budget movies are ruining Hollywood. Films like The Snyder Cut, films like Captain Marvel, The Eternals, films like Star Wars, The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens, all of these big-budget movies that lack originality are hurting entertainment. If we look at Star Wars, they're just literal rehashes. They're using the same plot points, they're bringing in the same characters, they're doing the same thing over and over. I haven't seen the movie in probably 5 years, but what was that scene in The Force Awakens when Han Solo goes, "Oh look, a bigger Death Star"? That's all those movies are. It's just, hey, look, a bigger version of the thing you already like. Nobody wants to go for any glory. They just want to make the same old shit, cash in on a brand, cash in on the IP, and then we'll just cash in and cash out. No one gives a shit about them anymore. No one cares about the big budget blockbusters. Look, the 80s, the decade that we can't get over still, there was a modicum of respect for the blockbuster. These guys, Spielberg, Lucas, Zemeckis, they're out there making these big budget films, but there's passion, there's love, there's interest in what they're doing. Hell, Roland Emmerich, his early work, same thing. He's making some really good stuff. Today, it's just a dime a dozen. Nobody cares. There's no identity to these films. They're just homogenized. You just rinse and repeat. There's nothing unique or original. All the Marvel movies start to look and feel the same. Well, this one's got a different lead with a different ethnic background. And what's the plot? Well, a new superhero rises up to save the planet from an evil force who's come back to destroy the planet. It's not like, Thanos could have stopped this, or the Avengers, or whatever. No, it's the same plot. It just was on the other side of the planet. You didn't hear about it, so it's wholly original. Just go with it. You see what I mean? It's all boring. It's not even worth talking about anymore. I digress. But folks, I want to know what you think about this. Like I said, lesser and lesser directors keep commenting on this, and eventually you'll get to the bottom and you'll have guys like a Kevin Smith go, look, the film industry's shit. We've gone too far. And when we start to see people like this say it, well, maybe we have gone too far. So hopefully people take notice. They don't just roll their eyes and go, well, Roland Emmerich made bad movies. It doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. Yeah, he's trying to get some free press for a movie, but at the same time, he is bringing attention to something that is important. We all love entertainment. We all love movies. We're all a part of this culture war, and this is a part of the culture war. It's not just SJWs and left and right. It's bullshit, too, because we care about our movies, and anybody that's out there making our entertainment lesser is an enemy and a problem of the culture war. So, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back next time with more. Go to wokebusters.com, sign up right now, buy the comic. You only have 10 days left, so back it before it goes away. I'll be back next time with more. Join us tonight on the podcast, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every week we talk about entertainment. We take a dump on the world of pop culture, so join us. Weird flex, but you'll have a good time. I guarantee it. So I'm going to get out of here, folks, but I got one thing to ask. Go out into the world and be excellent to each other.